for the skill level of a chef, we want to see that everything is done perfectly. It's all about consistency, that we're getting the right cuts, the right amount is taken out of the vegetable, out of the fruit, out of the meat, and there is a knife for every job that you're capable of doing. Not everybody feels comfortable using a chopping knife just for chopping parsley. You might use a different style of knife. There might be one knife that you use for 4 or 5 jobs, which you could use 5 knives for. But chefs are very, very adaptable to using the right tools. Using global knives is fantastic. This one in particular is great for all sorts of applications that we use in the kitchen, from pastry through to general larder work. A weak knife or an inferior knife is going to cost me money in the kitchen ultimately. The right knife for the right job, in all things, it's going to affect the overall finished product. It can affect the taste. If you're breaking into cell structures of, say, oranges, you could be bursting lots and lots of things out of there that going into the chopping board rather than into your pots and pans and onto your plate, which is the most essential. So keeping your knives tip-top, sharp, the right ones for the right job is always very important for this. So the recipe I'm doing is based around December, so calendar for December, so nice Christmassy sort of feel to it. So I'm doing an Egg-Nog Pain Perdu, so a little bit French, but I like to have the bread and butter pudding of the Britishness in there. And we're going to do some caramelised apples with a little bit of salted caramel through it. Nice and clean, nice and light, something a bit different than the usual Christmas pudding. I'm going to slightly turn the apple to give it a nice shape, not messing around with it too much because we're going to be roasting it, but also just keeping everything as clean lines as possible. I want to make that apple stay looking like an apple. So we're going to be using a lovely brioche, an all butter brioche. We're going to be cutting the crust off that, so I get a nice big lump, nice big square of brioche. I'm going to soak that into an alcoholic egg mixture, and then we're going to pan fry it in a non-stick pan so we get a nice crisp all the way around. Glaze it up with a blowtorch, and then we're going to be serving these lovely caramelised apples around the outside of it. Very indulgent, but really, really tasty. Well, for me, the Roux Scholarship was the ultimate prize, and strangely enough, it's still the prize that carries on giving. It's one of the only competitions, and I've done a lot of competitions, that we're still actively involved in. You're not just given a pat on the back, sent away, and you've won. Every year we meet up. Every 2 years we do a fantastic trip. But ultimately for me, it was the Roux name. It was a name that was synonymous with fine dining, with great chefs. And also the fact that I did a lot of competitions. I wanted to win an award that was about my cooking, not just about my skills in a 1-hour competition. And to be recognised by the Roux family for my cooking was a massive step forward for me. I don't think there's anything why we shouldn't enter more than anything. It's all about having the confidence in your cooking. We're going out there to compete. Competing is something that people are very sort of marmitey about. For me, I think it's great. It's all about meeting new people, learning new skills, and also showing off what you actually have. It's great for PR. I'm in a little restaurant in Torquay. I wouldn't have the PR I had if I hadn't won these fantastic competitions. But also, I need to bring bums onto my seats. So it's great for everything, for the whole persona, for your own confidence to enter competitions like this. It's not always about winning. Christmas. It'd be great to be able to cook for my family at Christmas. No, we tend to keep things very simple. I've got 3 lovely little girls. The wife, we all live on site. So we have a Christmas meal with all the staff here. We keep it very much family orientated. The staff don't necessarily have their family close by. So because we work quite hard, we have a family meal. They're all invited to my family meal. So we keep it very simple. Roast turkey from our farm. And then we'll just do a lovely dessert, something like what we're doing today. We've seen so much Christmas puddings over the period. The last thing you want is another Christmas pudding.